Today, I want to share with you a great resource that we have available to read ebooks and listen to audiobooks online. So this platform is compatible with both books that we have with Union County Public Schools as well as Union County Public Library. So to get to this resource, it is called SORA. To get there, you're going to go to your student startup screen or just go to NC Ed Cloud. And once you log into NC Ed Cloud, you will go to Clever, the blue C. And from there, it'll ask you to log in through the student and teacher portal. So you'll click that. You're already logged into NC Ed Cloud, so it'll open up for you. I do encourage you to look for SORA under More Apps and click this heart to make it a favorite. And that will move it to the top, and it will always have it at the top of your Clever screen. And you can do this with any apps that you use. So from there, I'm going to click on SORA and find my school. Now, typically Union County Public Schools will be the first school that pops up, so you would click This is my school. If it doesn't, you can scroll over and look for it, but I'm going to click This is my school, and I'm going to sign in using Union County Public Schools. And then I can start looking for books, and it does give you different badges as you try different things, so you can just click OK. From here, I can start searching for my books. Now, there's a few ways I can do this. I can look at available now. There's over 470 books that are available right now. So I can just click and start browsing those books if I want to. I'm going to go back. I can go to popular subjects, and down here you can see, and this is the number of books available in each subject area. I can go to explore all subjects. So if I really like science fiction books, I can go there, and there's 15 books here. I also like at the top of this screen, it gives you different filters to use. So if I like science fiction that's suspense, if I want science fiction and I only want audiobooks, I just click whichever filter I want. So here's the 3 audiobooks. If I decide, no, I want to go back and use ebooks, I just X out of it and then choose ebooks. So I love this filter option up here at the top. I'm going to go back again to explore. Another thing that you can do is scroll down and you can see new ebook editions. You can see new audiobook editions, most popular books, your next great read. So these are just different categories that you can look in for a book. I also like this preference feature right here because I can filter out available books. If I only want to see books that are available right now, I can choose that. Or if I want to search all books, it may be a book that's already checked out and I have to put on hold. So those are your 2 options there. I can sort by lots of different categories. If I only want ebooks or I only want audiobooks, I can filter through that. I can change the language. You may have noticed that some of the books are elementary level. It's fine for you to read those, but if you want to filter those out, you can choose just the young adult. So once I set my filters how I want them, I just click apply and it will apply all of those filters that I just set. So this is how you search quickly through. I want to show you one more way that you can get to Union County Public Library books. So I'm going to go to this hamburger tab over on the side and click add a library. And I'm going to search for Union County Public Library. From there, I'm going to click this is my library. And I can start searching for books here also. So let's say I find a book that I want. So I'm going to go here and notice these books on this top row. These are already checked out by somebody because I can place a hold, but I can't borrow them. This book here, though, I can borrow for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and open this book and I'm going to click borrow. I can read a sample first if I want to, but I'm going to click borrow. And it asks me for my library card number. Your library card number is your student ID number, and your PIN number is the 4-digit year of your birth. So I'm going to log in using my student ID number and the year that I was born. So once I've logged in, now I can click borrow again, and I can actually borrow that book. So when I borrow a book, it opens up automatically. And if I just click in the screen, the menu goes away, and then I can start reading this book. I just click and the pages turn just like they would in a regular book. Now I do have some options, so I'm just going to click somewhere on the screen here. This option, notice this looks like a book that you actually have open and it has the divider in the middle. If I want the words to flow across my screen, I can click that and now they'll flow across the entire screen. So that's one option that you have. You can search within the book if you're looking for a particular word. You also have bookmark here, so I can put a bookmark and it just puts a bookmark down there on my timeline. And then I can also use this option, and there's lots of different features here, especially under reading settings. You can change the text size, you can change the colors if you like to read a certain way. So lots of options here that you can customize your reading experience. When I'm finished with the book for the day or for the time period, I can just click close and it will save that book for me. And there's another badge I got. And so now it keeps your most recent book that you've opened down here front and center, but I can also go to my shelf and it will show me all the loans that I have. So I want to show you a couple more features. If I'm on Explore, if I'm on a book, I can add this book to a list. And it gives me a few default lists. There's a thumbs up, thumbs down, a wish list. I could also create a new list if I want to. So maybe I want to put, silent sustained reading books that I'm reading, or books that I love, or books for books reports. You can do any kind of list that you want. And when I add it to that list, I'm just going to add it to my thumbs up list. When I go to my shelf and I click list, it will show me. So this is a great option if you have books that you're interested in reading, but maybe you don't have time to read it right now. You can add it to a list to read later, or maybe you started a book and it wasn't very good. You could add it to your thumbs down list just to remind you that you tried it and you didn't enjoy it. But you can do lists for lots of different things here. Also, if you have a book on hold, you can click here to see what holds you have, and then you can check your history of the books that you've borrowed there also. Now, let's say that I finished reading this book. So right now it's due in 13 days, and no one else can check it out until I turn it back in. So let's say I finished with it. I can click on the title and I can either renew it or I can go ahead and return it. So maybe I only have like one day left to read it and I know I won't have time to read it tomorrow. I could click renew, or I can go ahead and return it so someone else can read it. So I'm going to click return so someone else can start reading this book. I want to show you the importance of doing that. If I go back to Explore and I go to one of these books that is not available right now, so I'm going to just choose this one, and I go to place on hold, it tells you about how long you have to wait for that book. So right now I would have to wait about 16 weeks before I can read that book. And that's why it's important. If you finish it early, go ahead and turn it in because somebody else might be waiting on it. So I encourage you to turn those in as you finish them. So this is a quick overview of SORA and how you can use it. It has some great features in here. I just encourage you to continue to read these ebooks, listen to some audiobooks. I enjoy sitting outside listening to a book and just get some fresh air while I'm reading. So I just encourage you to continue to read, even though you're not at school and your teachers aren't right in front of you telling you to read. It's very important that you keep reading and keep looking for things that you enjoy reading.